Hello, this is Yashaswini Razdan reporting for EE Times from Electronica in Bangalore. I'm sitting here with Mr. Josh Foulger of Zetwerk. Thanks a lot, Mr. Josh. What role does Zetwerk play in the entire Indian EMS ecosystem? And what markets are you focused on currently?
Thanks for this opportunity to share something about Zetwerk. Zetwerk Electronics today is across multiple verticals. We, I think, right from the spectrum of consumer electronics, all the way to strategic electronics, we're into multiple verticals. So today our footprint is in India. We are, I'll say, in terms of volume, we're probably top five manufacturers. Last month, for instance, we made about 4 million devices which were made. A predominant part of the market today is in India, but we look to expand outside India as well. As India starts to get into an India Plus story, we will also look at export propositions outside India.
Since you're in the EMS ecosystem, a major problem of EMS, which I have come to understand, is dead stock. So I'll jump right into the challenges. So how do you manage demand volatility and the risk of excess or unsold components? Does not just in Zetwerk, but as a person who's been in the industry for a very long time, would you like to share some tips?
No, I think manufacturing, it's very important to manage the full life cycle of the product. Right? So a product life cycle is right when you do the trial builds. You do what we call new product introduction (NPI), the ramp up phase, the in life phase, and the end of life. So this full curve has to be managed as well as possible, as short as possible. Typically, the reasons why we have issues is when we manufacture things, we don't achieve the ramp up speed very quickly.
Yes.
Right? And so there is delays. There is also scrap sometimes in your process. You may scrap a portion of the part, but we may not order the parts to backfill these things. So if all of this is not managed within the product life cycle, it gets very challenging. It results in dead stock, unsold inventory, a lot of wastage and things like that. So the key, and it's a cross-functional approach.
Yes.
Right. So you really have to, all teams, have to work very closely, right from design with the supply chain or productization teams, have to work very closely, with the factory, with the supply chain folks. Make sure that this entire cycle is managed very well. If it is done, you come out even. If it's not done well, you end up with a lot of dead stock in your hands. You do this. Of course, experience counts. Collaboration, I think, counts even more. I think how all the teams work with each other, making sure that we don't you're kind of leaning out everything through this process.
And are these strategies in place at Zetwerk?
I believe so. I think we are putting measures into place. The processes are important. Standardizing the processes is important. Training the teams is important. Aligning the teams is important. So all of those things are in place across all our factories in the different parts of India.
How do you stay up to date with these rapidly changing technologies, AI, IoT, everything? It's just all of it is happening at once, especially in India now. Like we've seen just a exponential upgrade in and all of it. So when it comes to manufacturing, how do you keep yourself updated?
Well, I mean, I think, there is always going to be noise. And it's very important that you listen to the noise and then filter out the noise. Right? And it's very important the roadmap where you're going to go, what technologies are important. Because technologies are new products coming into the market, which you could be able to service. There could be manufacturing technologies which you may need to implement. And again, the key is to map both these things, product and the processes which you need to put in place. And and then having a roadmap for them, having a budget for them, having a roadmap for them. And last but not the least is getting the teams trained to be ready and aware of taking these things into place.
How is Zetwerk leveraging or navigating with this China plus one shift? And like what remains for India and for other hubs, you have in Vietnam and other places?
I think so I come from a time when the world was fairly diversified.
Yes.
I think the last I'll say about 15 odd years, there's been a dependency on a certain geography, and I think it's now going to be a different world. I think Zetwerk, in our other businesses, we are already following what we call a blended supply chain, where we have factories, where it makes sense. We have factories in the U.S. We have factories in Europe. Uh, we have obviously factories in India, and we have supply bases all over. Right. So depending on the need, you blend, you do a blend, and there's no one formula, and there's no simple answers for being ready. But resilience is built at all levels. So we build resilience in our factory floors to make sure that we are able to handle demand cycles. We build resilience in our supply sources and in our factory network to see how you can sort of de-risk things. Now, these are all things which many companies do. We in Zetwerk is also trying to do the same.
What's Zetwerk's 5-year vision or for staying competitive in EMS quality?
Being competitive is very important, and you have to be relevant. In all through this. Now, what we have done is we have now have an EMS floor plan today. I think we are now quite competitive. We are in the right geographies, right next to where the customer wants them. We are right there where the ecosystem is strong. Now the next step is we're getting into components. So we're doing backward integration, and that's going to be very, very important. And then we are going to look at design solutions. Now all of these things take time. So we see a judicious combination of these three things is going to help us sort of stay relevant, stay competitive. As we go into the next sort of 5-year horizon.
Well, thanks a lot for sharing those valuable pointers with us.